Alright, so we are looking at my 1975 Honda CT Trail 90. It has the original 1,690 miles and almost 6/10. Everything on this bike is all original. Nothing has been restored, repainted. All the decals are original. It's in great shape. It's always been kept garaged. It's never been off-road in the dirt. Do a quick walk around here. Registration is up to date through June of 2018. I am the second owner, I guess technically the third owner of the bike. I bought it from a retired gentleman who inherited it from his best friend, Fred. And Fred is no longer with us. They were both elderly gentlemen. And they were both of them completely anal about taking care of this thing. I don't think they obviously hardly ever rode it. Things that have been changed on it or that are new. It has brand new Australian Postmaster tires. Nubs haven't even hardly been worn off on it yet. It has the updated solid state rectifier. Somebody installed, or as original, we're not sure which, an on-off switch for the headlamp, which not really sure about that. Let's see, I think I told you it's got the plug-in for the battery maintainer, which is right there. Kind of a matching helmet, kind of, close as I could find. As I said, everything is original, including the vinyl. The vinyl on this seat is in great shape. There's no cracks, there's no sun damage. This bike's never been left out in the sun, ever, to my knowledge. The only thing that I can find that you consider to be wrong with it would be I have a crack here in one of the boots. Nothing's leaking, it's just a dust boot is all it is, which I'm sure can be found online for pretty cheap. It is a centrifugal clutch, 4-speed, neutral is all the way at the bottom, so it's 4 up. It comes with a dual range transmission. For those of you who have never had one before, basically you can have 4 gears in high or 4 gears in low, and low is super low. It really will crawl around into the backwoods wherever you want it to go. On high, it'll do, with me and I only weigh about 160 pounds, it'll do about 50 miles an hour, which, you know, that's kind of winding it up. So, you know, if you don't need to go that fast, why would you? It's not really designed to push it to death, but you can, and it'll probably keep right on going. Has the altitude compensating carburetor, which I have no idea. None of my motorcycles in the past ever had anything like that, so this must have been a thing that they did back in the 70s that was considered all cool. The original locking spare tank, I may have mentioned that already. Keys for everything. The steering on it locks up here on the front, so you can lock it up so if anybody decides they want to walk away with it. All the electronics work, turn signals, horns, kill switch, high and low beam, everything works. We'll fire it up here real quick. There is neutral. And I just took it out and changed the oil, put a fresh tank of gas in it. Well, let's see. High beam, low beam. Alright, so that's it. If you're interested in the bike, you can find it on Craigslist Sacramento. I've got more information listed on there. It could probably use a tune-up, I would imagine. I think it comes with points, I would imagine. Maybe the carburetor probably wouldn't hurt to clean it out. I've had it for about 3 years. It's always been kept garaged and covered with a sheet so that the dust stays off of it. For me, it seems to run perfect. I can park it for a month and come out and start it up and ride it around, and it starts up like on the third kick. No problem. So if you're looking for a fun, hardcore little bike that will go and go and go and go and go and go and go, these things are notorious for never breaking down. These things are dependable. And I imagine if I lived out in the country somewhere, I probably would keep it because these things are a blast on back roads and trails. In the right situation, these things are just invaluable. For me personally, I bought it. I fell in love with it. I thought I was going to ride it all the time. And I don't. So there it is. Check it out. Craigslist, Sacramento. Just type in Honda Trail 90 and this will pop right up.